In Rust, base design is a fundamental part of keeping your loot safe and your wipe progressing. The better the design, the safer you and your possessions are. When starting out in Rust, the concept of knowing what to build or finding a base design that you wish to live in is both daunting and exciting, and gaining design knowledge early on can really ease your entry into the game. It's also good to look for flexibility in your current designs, as throughout the wipe you may decide to change your base or have multiple bases depending on what's going on. So I believe that understanding some of the features that can be simply added to any of your base designs to make them much harder to raid without adding too dramatically to the footprint or raid appeal can really have a big benefit on your wipe. No matter the base you're living in, it's good to have a checklist of universal upgrades that your base should go through to help deter those roam raiders from seeing you as an easy target, or to make them rethink the raid cost during their efforts. With that said, there are some key goals that I think these upgrades should achieve, as I'm not recommending the actual designs but more the overall process of adding these upgrades to your base. Upgrades should be relatively small and not increase the footprint too much. You want your base to remain subtle and discreet as to not gain unwanted attention. The upgrade should make your base seem too costly to raid, hopefully deterring roam raiders, as certain features on your base will make knowledgeable raiders realise this isn't going to be an easy to pop open base and there may be better raids for them elsewhere. If you are targeted, the upgrade should make would-be raiders second guess that they brought enough boom to complete the raid. And if raiders do make it inside the external shell of your base, they should be faced with a different outcome to what they were expecting. Correctly placed upgrades can give you those precious moments you need to launch a base defense, or even better, deter the raiders completely. I've chosen 5 features that I think work nicely together and can be shown well in a simple 2x2 design, but these are by no means the only way to apply these features or the only upgrades available. So if you think any base features could be added to a future list, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Let's start out with something simple but fundamental. Airlocks are a must for any base design at any stage of the wipe. Grubs will see an unairlocked door as an opportunity to go deep. 2 doors opening inwards into the same triangle foundation will act as a double airlock and save you countless time throughout your Rust wipes. Next up is roof access. I see so many early base designs without any way of getting to the roof. Not only does this force you in and out of a single door, limiting your chance to defend yourself, but being able to check your front door from above for door campers or deal with annoying neighbours is so important. It also acts as a great deterrent from people even starting to door camp you, as they know you can easily outposition them at any moment. The next feature is a bunker. A bunker is simply a resealable entrance to your base that uses build stability or some other in-game mechanic to allow access to your base through an area that can also be completely sealed. In a game where door raiding is normally one of the cheapest ways to raid a base, having a bunker that can be sealed up when you go offline, removing a complete door route to your core, is so good at giving you peace of mind. Not to mention, raiders coming up against an unexpected bunker can lose a lot of the momentum they currently have, especially if going through the bunker is no longer the cheapest route. This forces a raiding party to second guess their supplies, and as mentioned before, potentially providing you with the ability to launch some sort of counter to their raid. Now we'll look at 2 honeycomb related base upgrades, kicking it off with roof honeycomb. Another feature I see overlooked by so many player designs is the roof protection. The roof is normally one of the first parts of the base we upgrade, and not only do you want to not expose any of the upgraded parts of your base to the outside world, but many raiders will look for a top-down approach first, as splash damage raids can easily open up 4 rooms, negating any garage doors you may have placed. Build a honeycomb on top of your roof by walking backwards, placing half walls until one external wall is facing each roof square. The walls inside should be upgraded to at least sheet metal, but ideally the same material that you plan to upgrade the roof of your core to. These prevent raiders from using splash damage, and having it upgraded means that they will only be able to go in 1 square at a time, or have to splash the entire honeycomb first, hugely increasing raid costs to get into all 4 rooms. I believe that having a honeycombed roof and incorporating this pancake layer into any bigger design is also important if you're looking to make the raid as difficult, costly and annoying as possible. Last but not least is something that, while it doesn't directly prevent raiders from targeting you, it will definitely make their raid cost more than they expect and maybe even lead them to not have enough raid materials. To start with, I like to keep the external walls of my base all the same material as to not give anything away to raiders in terms of layout. But on top of this, I think it's good practice to upgrade any and all walls that you cover by honeycomb. What I mean is, any honeycomb that you wish to further add honeycomb to, often to prevent splash damage, I believe you should be upgrading this to at least metal. Once sealed up, you won't be able to do this later, and it's an easy way to double the raid cost through your walls whilst not impacting the design and keeping your base looking like a stone 2x2, even though HQM and sheet metal lines everything the raiders can't see. Simply upgrade the walls as you add new honeycomb, and repeat this for every wall that you cover up throughout the wipe. With these 5 features outlined, it has to be said that sometimes you're just straight up going to get raided, and none of these will do much against a 10-man crew heading over. However, having this checklist of a few of the many available upgrades in mind when setting up your base can really boost your chance of survival and give you some peace of mind that your base, big or small, is as protected as can be when you log off. Bit of a different one from me as I haven't covered building before, but hopefully you found this interesting. If you did, be sure to like the video as it's great feedback to know what you guys are enjoying, and as always, please consider subscribing. Thanks so much for watching.